Hello folks, in this guide we are covering all 33 stash locations within Yantar. These are all standard and there are 0 DLC stashes within this region. I've tried to make this guide as simple and straightforward as possible. The issue is some of the stashes do have randomized names. If you're looking for a specific stash, then I've timestamped each one for convenience. Otherwise, I'm going through all of the stashes in one clean run. None of them require main story quest progression, so if you would like to, or if you're unsure as to which stashes you may have missed, then feel free to follow along. One side note would be, some of these stash locations may require us to first discover the stash hint. This will explain why certain stashes don't appear for some players. A quick disclaimer, it wasn't until the last quarter of the editing process that I realised all of this footage had lost its audio. I don't know how, as all footage before and after seems to be okay. I have made the choice to not include any background music, and thus I hope the Yantar guides aren't too jarring as a result. Other than that, let's get started. Our first location is in the south of Yantar, right here on the map. Here you'll find these train carts. Take care of the rat swarm and then begin navigating up and into the train cart to locate the first stash. Our next location is just a short walk west, right here on the map. Head into this building and begin descending down the ladder. Follow this path through and crouch under the barricade to locate this stash. Next, continue through until reaching these stairs. Immediately turn around and find the next stash hiding right here. Continue through until reaching the exit on the other side. Here, you'll find this house. Head inside to locate the next stash right here. As a side note, there are a few goodies hidden in and around this building. Our next location is far southwest, right here on the map. Here, you'll find this large tunnel entrance. Enter inside and take care of any enemies. Once done, head into this room to find some goodies. Next, head outside and activate this button on the wall. Head down the hallway and activate all 3 of these levers. I don't think order matters. Head back outside and enter the now unlocked room to find a stash hiding around the back. Our next location is just slightly north, right here on the map. Here we will find this excavator and large rocks. Simply head up the small mound to find a stash right here. Our next location is back east at this marker right here on the map. Here we can find this entrance through the gate. Head on through and locate the row of buses just slightly north. Once here, navigate up this small excavator to reach the bus rooftops. Navigate over these to reach a stash right here. Next, head slightly further north and navigate through these vehicles to access these trucks. Deal with the anomalies whilst navigating over the bus rooftops to eventually reach this stash right here. Our next location is just a short walk east at this marker right here. Here, you'll find this row of trucks. Simply head over to this truck to find the next stash tucked away just under this wheel arch. Our next location is this westernmost heli at the center of the field. Begin navigating up the heli and over the rotors, all whilst taking care of the anomalies. I do advise saving as and when you can here. Once you've finally made it to the end of the obstacle course, you'll find the next stash right here. Next, head on over to the northern cluster of helis, right here on the map. Use this excavator to navigate onto this heli. and once again begin navigating over the rotors to eventually reach the stash on the other side. This is an easier obstacle course than the first. Once finally on the other side, you'll find the stash right here. Our next location is just a short walk west at this marker here on the map. Here you'll find a pack of fleshes. Deal with them first to then find this stash here. This was empty for myself, but the corpse did have some loot. Our next location is further west at this marker right here on the map. Here you'll find this very small facility. First, head up this ladder to locate the first stash. Next, head inside the building to find the second stash right here. Head out the back door and down the pier to locate the third stash right here. Our next location is a short walk north at this marker right here on the map. Here, simply climb this ladder to find the next stash sitting within this container. Our next location is west at this marker here on the map. First, head inside the bus to find the first stash right here. Next, navigate onto the vehicles and up onto the bus roof. From here, cautiously drop down below into the anomaly. Take care of the rats and then break the lock to enter the room and find the next stash right here. There is a code lock here. The combination is littered throughout the field of vehicles we've previously visited. If you'd like to locate this yourself, then good luck. Otherwise, feel free to copy off screen. Inside, you will find additional gear. When ready, activate the lever right by the door before leaving. This will drop the ladder outside and allow for us to leave. Our next location is this tunnel entrance right here on the map. Simply head on through to find a stash roughly halfway down the tunnel. Our next location is this bunker in the northwest. Head into the compound and take care of the single controller mutant. Once done, follow the power lines above and locate all 3 generators. Once activating them all, head to the now unlocked and open bunker door. Take care of the numerous zombies inside. Once done, you'll find the first stash right here. The second stash can be found within the back room. As a side note, the boxes at the front entrance can be used to access the bunker roof for additional gear and supplies. Our next location is this facility to the east, right here on the map. Once here, navigate up this ladder to access the pipes above. First, head up onto the roof and continue upwards to locate this stash. Next, head back to the pipes to access this room. Navigate your way down to reach this stash on the floor. Next, when heading outside of the room, follow the path on the screen to locate this room right here. Drop down here to find an additional stash. When ready, head outside and south to the anomaly field. Once here, navigate upwards and onto this walkway. Head down to the far end to find an additional stash right here. Our next location is in the east of this facility, right here on the map. First, locate this ladder and then begin following the path upwards. Eventually, you will reach this stash right here. Our next location is the Toxic Gulch to the east, right here on the map. First, head south through the gulch. You will periodically take damage here, so bring solid toxic resistance and or meds. Roughly halfway down the gulch, you will find the next stash sitting atop this rock. The next location is just further south through the gulch. This is a bloodsucker cave. I do advise first baiting the bloodsuckers out before venturing in. When ready, head inside to find plenty of supplies on the corpses. Though not technically a stash, is a tunnel that leads through to a particular corpse that has some solid gear and supplies. When done, you can find an exit at the very south of the cave. Our final location is further east at this facility right here on the map. Before we enter here, there are 3 separate keys we will need to collect in a particular order. The third key had glitched out for me due to combat that took place very close by. My advice would be to save before approaching this facility and try to avoid getting too close to the buildings. You will want to start your search from the easternmost point of this facility. I've included pretty much the entire path that you will need to take. First, head inside of this warehouse and continue down. Head up and onto this walkway whilst taking care of the anomalies. Head on down the walkway until eventually reaching this stash. Next, continue around to find the first key right here. When ready, drop on down and exit the same way you came in. Head around to this building here with the mural. Head inside and follow the path. Use the key on this locked door and head on up. Continue through until reaching this doorway. Immediately turn right here and drop onto the scaffolding below. Head through this window to locate the second key right here. Exit the room and head down this corridor. When opening the door on the other side, you will aggro a poltergeist. Simply ignore the poltergeist for now and walk round to the left-hand side. Aim through this gap here to shoot the lock off the door inside. Once done, head into the room and deal with the poltergeist. Inside the room and next to the corpse is the third key. This is the key that had glitched out for myself. If you're unable to locate this, then I do advise reloading your save. Also within this room is an additional stash. When done, continue through and upstairs to reach this locked door. Unlock the door and head out onto the rooftop. Cautiously drop down here and head on over to find an additional stash and gear right here. As a side note, make sure you take care of the anomaly before dropping down to the ground below. Our final stash location is back within the original warehouse. Now we no longer have a poltergeist hurling objects at us. It will be a lot safer to explore. Head back inside the warehouse and follow the path all the way down. Head into this room to find the final stash right here. That's it for this guide, folks. I am officially over halfway through the Stalker 2 guide series by now. I have been putting a schedule in place to release all 3 videos for each region within a 48-hour window. I should be able to keep this in place for the remainder of this series, meaning we should be all wrapped up by roughly the 20th of January. I do, of course, have a range of guides currently, and I will promptly be releasing more, so feel free to stop on by the channel and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.